Just thought I'd give a little update on our building projects and different things. I mentioned that in the last post. I mentioned some, and I just thought it might be good to show you some pictures of what's going on and different things in the ministry. So sometimes, you just type it out and different things. I thought I'd try a little video post and see what it happens to. Just sitting here at the house on Friday night, about 10 o'clock at night. And, it seems like my heart's about to bust. In Burkina Faso, just here in the world, really. Um, I think about the millions that are all across the world tonight, and how if we don't reach them, we're going to die and go to hell just for all this. And that tear me up. It's so sad to think about how Jesus died for us, loved them. We have the truth, and all we have to do is get it out to them. But it seems like we're so wrapped up and concerned with other things. I wish almost that burden wasn't on me like it is. It just tear me up. But I'll talk to you a little bit about Living Water Baptist Church real quickly. We started Living Water Baptist Church back in 2007. I mean, God just blessed us, and we didn't know that. We bought a piece of land in 2006, and right after we bought that piece of land there in Burkina Faso, uh, we started the work there and built two small buildings. And after we built those two small buildings on it, just to transfer the paperwork, we started the church. And before just a few short weeks, uh, our church was packed. We had to send little kids outside, and it was a small little room, wasn't big at all. And sent the kids outside for children's church. And the next thing you know, a short time after that, we were packed with adults. And it was full. 35 of us were packed in one little room and didn't have any room. And so an African pastor told me, he said, I got a brother and uncle, actually, who's an architect. He said, I'll drop some plans. And so I told him I wanted the church building some Sunday school rooms, and that's what we wanted. And I found out don't ever ask an architect to do something for you if you don't have, um, if you don't want something big. And so 2 weeks later, he called me up, and I went over his house, and he showed me the plans. And I said, man, these are beautiful. They're wonderful. But the only problem was they had a two-story building there, and much bigger than I had ever expected or even dreamed of. And then next thing you know, I looked at him and said, what's the cost? He knows that the cost is $5. We're going to have to downsize. He said, I'll redo some plans or whatever. Just tell me what you need to do. I said, well, let me just think about it, pray about it a little bit. Went home, put the plans on the table. Me and an African, one of the members of our church, African brother that was there. And my wife came over and said, what? This is wonderful. When do we get started? I said, we can't get started in this. There's just no way we can get started in this project. And she said, what do you mean? We've been fasting. We've been praying. We've been begging God for this piece of land. We got it. God's been building. He's built this work. What do you mean we can't do it? And I said, you just don't understand. There's just no way. We don't have the finances for this. And and she said, well, we need Sunday school rooms, and we need this, and we need that. And 2 days later, God told me, he said, she's right. Get started. And so that's what we did. We got started by the grace of God. And I told the church, I showed them the plan, showed them that's what God wanted us to do. They got excited. And I said, I want us to dig the foundation. We can try and pay that out, but we need to do what we can do. And so it took 15 of us. I mean, the ground is hard. It's rocky. Didn't have any equipment, just picks and shovels. And you don't shovel the ground there. You don't pick it in there. I mean, it's hard. It's raw. And so it took 15 of us. Sometimes we have 20 of us, but around 15 of us each day for 5 weeks, from 7 in the morning till 1 in the afternoon, digging this foundation of our church. And God just blessed and brought unity to us and finished the foundation and didn't know what we were going to do. And looked good, looked like we had gotten somewhere, but needed about $25,000 just to get to get the floor in. No doors, no windows, nothing like that. Still don't have doors and windows in the church building. I'm gonna let the church people put that in there when they got the chance. But I told our people we had to pray and everything else. And a man that I hadn't seen for a number of years, and I'd sent out some pictures, and he said he couldn't sleep at night. Asked me how much he was supposed to how much it was going to take. I told him about $25,000. He wrote me back and said, we're sending that money. We're sending $25,000. And I was just shocked. And I was kind of in disbelief. I thought maybe he miswrote that or something. But sure enough, he sent the $25,000, and God blessed, and we built that building. And God's blessed that church so much. We've Our church supports my assistant pastor Konate full time there, $100 a month. They support missions at $130 a month. They pay all the bills. 4 years after we started the church, they pay all the bills. I don't pay a penny of that. And I mean, God's just doing some great things. We've already sent one man out to start a new church. Our second man's already in place, and they're going to be starting that church here in just a few weeks. God's just done so many great things. Our Bible college is here at this piece of land. And I guess here's the building project. I've already stated it. You're seeing the pictures. But here's what we need to do. We've got to put a roof on this church building. We need Sunday school rooms. And my heart's about to bust when I say this. We've got we need the room for training men. Uh, Without training men, we can't get the job done. We can't evangelize like we need to. And we just got to get the roof on. It's going to cost about $15,000 to $20,000. I'm going to say probably 20,000 just to get the roof and on the last few things in it we need to get in so we can use the building. And would you pray for us that we would meet that? I watch as they build mosques left and right all over this country of Burkina Faso, and they're sending the money in, and they're not holding back. And I mean, they're pushing, and I think how we have the truth. There's only one way to heaven, and that's through Jesus. So I want to do everything in my power and my strength to get the gospel to them. And I beg you and I ask you tonight, today or wherever you're at, just pray for us. God puts it on your heart to allow you to give. We're so thankful for it. If you don't have it to give, pray. But if you can, please help. We've got so many projects going on. I'm going to mention a few more here in the next few days. Didn't mean to spend this much time talking about the Word. But my heart's broke tonight. It is. I feel like just last few weeks, I don't know what to do. I'm just one man. Just one man, but Jesus died for the world, and we've got to get the gospel to them. What are we doing with what He asked us to do?